A short little video. So, right around 2017, I was under this kind of issue where I would spend so much time drawing and not enough time writing, or spending so much time writing and not enough drawing. I think between 2013 and 2015, I'd spent most of my time doing nothing but writing. I had finished the half first draft of one novel and the second draft of the full from the beginning, middle, and end all the way through another novel. I think it's the two little snippets that I'd read in two videos before that novel was finished off. And 2015, everything kind of got thrown out of whack because it was April, I think, where my father passed away. So it was an awful lot of dealing with family issues that put an awful lot of stopgaps on creativity, an awful lot of family responsibilities and obligations to go through. And so when I got back into the creativity, I dove into writing and wrote a science fiction novel. I would get off of work and I would have a little cup of coffee after work because I was working overnight. Fuel to the engine, a little bit of caffeine for the drive home, about a 45-minute drive. And I would sit there with a cup of coffee and I would write. And I wrote and wrote and wrote for 8.5 months and finished the first draft of a novel. I won't get into the novel. Another one of the 13 novels, 13 first draft novels that are finished and sitting, waiting for the great procrastinator to pull his thumb out of his ass and actually finish them before he finds himself with the few family members he's got left looking around him on his deathbed. Life is short. Enjoy it. So anyway, in 2017, I was under this issue that I spend either too much time writing and not drawing, or too much drawing and not enough writing. And in the end, obviously, the oil painting always finds itself only being done when I have vacation time. And these are all issues that I have to eventually end, as I've been asked this question so many times. The great procrastinator is asked, why are you working here if you can do this? Well, obviously I have plenty of excuses, but no reasons. In 2017, I sat down with this idea that I'm going to do a little sketchbook comic book. A little itty-bitty little sketchbook comic book. I'll do a page on a Friday, my Friday, the eve of my days off. I'm going to do one little page. And I looked at the little page that I did, and it seemed kind of, it was all right. And I worked on the second little page. I just let my mind go blank, just empty my mind of everything, and just whatever I could pull out of my ass, I would just put down on a piece of paper. I had this one sketchbook, and I was just going to work just in this sketchbook these ideas. And I would put the pen down and close the notebook, the sketchbook, and I would get in the car and drive home, but the brain still goes and goes and goes. And by the time I had sketched out the 10th page, what had become something I did every day, it reinvigorated my childhood love of the comic book, because it's a perfect medium for one creator to be in control of it. Even just two creators, a writer and an artist, to be completely in control of the story. There's no big, huge production company. There's no big, huge production crew. There's no screenwriters. There's no group of people who look over your script and nitpick this and nitpick that, and an editor that nitpicks this and nitpicks that. And I'm certain there are obvious reasons for having editors and art directors and all that looking at some products that are put out into the world today. But there's a freedom and an independence with the idea of a comic book, because it, just like a film, is a visual medium. It's first and foremost a visual medium. The show me, don't tell me. And so within a month, I had more than enough pages. Obviously, it didn't become something that I was just going to do on a Friday. And as you will notice, the first few images of this comic book, there's only a few of them. I don't want to divulge too much of it because it is a long-term project that I do have planned out. And I will divulge more images of it on later videos, but it's a precursor to a future project, apart from all the other projects that I have started up. Suffice it to say, a mad scientist makes a machine. In his first creation with this machine, he picks an image out of a book of mythology. Give me a unicorn, and the machine makes it. Give me a Cerberus, and the machine makes it. Give me a Pegasus, and the machine makes it. Give me a golden palace, and the machine makes it. Give me God, and the machine uses every natural resource in all of the solar system before it even comes close. And the story takes place several thousand years after the fact, after humanity has left the solar system, because this grand machine has destroyed everything, consuming everything, in order to make God. And the story here takes place specifically as these devious individuals want to return to collect this machine, because obviously a machine that's this powerful can be quite a strong weapon. Anyway, the bulk of the story is picking and choosing certain things I want to say. Don't want to get too lost in backstory. I want to pick a certain spot in the narrative to start and then go from there. So, anyway, check out my Instagram if you feel free. If you like the video, you know what to do. Thank you for watching.